it's been reported that right now Crooked Joe's gone to a log cabin to study, prepare. No, he didn't. He's sleeping now. Because they want to get him good and strong, so a little before debate time he gets a shot in the ass, and they want to strengthen him up.
Joining me now is Ashley Hayek, Executive Director for America First Works. She was also part of President Trump's campaign in 2020. And Julian Epstein, Democratic strategist. Guys, good morning. Ashley, I'll start with you. Before the President's State of the Union address, Republicans spent months casting President Biden as an old man. He wasn't able to run the country. Now they're saying he must be on something. What's the strategy here?
Well, I think when Robert Hur came out with his own special report questioning the president's mental capabilities, that said a lot right there, too. You know, we are seeing the media set a remarkably low bar for Joe Biden. It's as if simply standing upright for 90 minutes should warrant massive accolades for the president. But, you know, Joe Biden will arrive highly prepared, alert, probably juiced, the same method that helped deliver him the 2024 State of the Union address. However, he still wasn't even able to say Laken Riley's name properly. But if you look at President Trump's schedule this weekend, he was at Faith and Freedom, headed to Philadelphia to deliver an hour-and-a-half speech, highly energetic speech, topped off the night with the Philly cheesesteak. You know, make no mistake, Joe Biden may start off with a gaffe, may start off strong, but he's not going to be able to end the speech without some sort of a gaffe. And that's why he needed the crutch of being seated and having no audience for this big debate.
Ashley, very quickly before I move on to Julian, you said probably juice. Is there any evidence of this?
I think it's, you know, pretty clear he cannot get through any speech normally. Okay. He fumbles, he falls off his bike. And, you know, a lot of people are questioning, like, you know, all of a sudden he's able to come out so strong. It does drive to some suspicions.
Suspicions, yes. Okay. Julian, former presidential physician and now Texas Congressman Ronny Jackson said he's going to demand President Biden be drug tested before the debate. Let's listen to that. I'll talk to you on the other side.
I'm going to be demanding on behalf of many millions of concerned Americans right now that he submit to a drug test before and after this debate, specifically looking for performance-enhancing drugs.
Now, while the president does not need to respond to these accusations, do you think he will?
No, and I don't understand how this helps the Republican argument. I mean, this issue is already on the table. Most voters already have deep concerns about Biden's capacity and mental fitness for a second term, in fact, most Democrats do. But look, Biden is either going to perform on Thursday night, in which case this will look like a political theater that I think doesn't help the Republicans, or he will flop, in which case these calls for drug testing will sort of be unnecessary. The issue will be, you know, the issue will define itself. I just think Republicans would be much more wise to sort of listen to Napoleon Bonaparte's advice, which is you never get in the way of an opponent when they're getting ready to commit suicide, if in fact Biden does flop. And they would be better to focus on the central question of this campaign, I think, from the Republican point of view, which is, are you better off than you were 4 years ago? So I think this is needless political theater that is distracting from the Republican central argument. Biden, on the other hand, has got to stop talking about his record because most voters do not think Biden has a good record to run on. He needs to instead shift to the political center on a host of issues, economic issues and the social issues, and talk about what he's going to do in a second term to cure inflation and to return to the political center, which is what he promised in 2020. That would be a good place for him.
And those are the answers Americans are certainly looking for. Ashley, Republicans repeatedly criticizing President Biden over his mental acuity, his verbal slip-ups, like you mentioned, all the gaffes he seems to be making. Does that mean the bar is lower for him when it comes to mistakes for this debate on Thursday?
Well, like I said in the very, very beginning, I think that we're seeing the low bar set for him, especially with all of the different aides. And I'll be curious to see if he's going to be able to go throughout the entire debate without any assist from the CNN hosts being able to help him. But the real test for him will be if he's going to be able to defend his disastrous record and the out-of-control inflation, uncontrolled border invasion, especially against President Trump's undeniable first-term successes.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.